You know, every government has an official voice, but who's actually controlling it? What are they saying? And who do they answer to? Well, today, we're going to dig into those questions by looking at one really powerful organization, Pakistan's Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. I mean, it's a huge question when you really think about it. From national security updates to big cultural events, a government needs to speak with a single official voice. But how is that voice actually put together? And maybe more importantly, what and who does it control?
Well, for the government of Pakistan, the answer is a single, powerful body that sits right at the center of the country's entire communication machine, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting.
So what exactly is the MoIB? Well, as a cabinet-level ministry, this isn't just some minor department. No, it sits right at the heart of the government's executive branch. That means it's responsible for the whole flow of official information, right from the very top. Okay, so what is its core mission, really? You'll find it's surprisingly broad. I mean, we're talking about everything from writing press releases to actually managing the country's media laws. And this is really the key thing to get. The ministry has this dual role. On one hand, it's an information distributor. Its job is to get the government's message out there. But on the other hand, it's an information regulator, setting the rules for pretty much every other media outlet in the country. It's kind of like being both the star player and the referee in the same game.
Now, to pull off a mission this huge, the ministry isn't just a small office somewhere in Islamabad, not at all. It basically acts as the head of this sprawling network of state-run media organizations.
So, yeah, it's really less like a typical government department and way more like a massive state-run media conglomerate. It's got incredible reach and a whole bunch of different tools for shaping the public conversation. All right, let's break down the major players in this network. First, you've got the giants. The Pakistan Television Corporation, or PTV, that's the state's official TV broadcaster. And then there's the Pakistan Broadcasting Corporation, which you probably know as Radio Pakistan. After them, you have the content engines. The Associated Press of Pakistan is the government's official newswire, and the Press Information Department is the main group that actually gets all that information out. Let's zoom in on those two biggest broadcasters for a second. PTV is the visual arm, and it works as both a public and a commercial TV network. Meanwhile, Radio Pakistan, well, it handles the audio side, beaming radio signals not just across the nation, but also to the rest of the world. So while their methods are different, their stated mission is exactly the same: to inform, educate, and entertain. So what kind of information does the ministry actually put out? Well, this number right here, plus 22%, that comes straight from a recent government press release. It represents a 22% jump in seafood exports. And this is a perfect, real-world example of the MoIB in action, broadcasting positive economic news to help shape the national story. But here's the thing. The ministry doesn't just create its own news, it also sets the rules for everybody else. And this brings us to its other major job, regulation. The key regulator here is PEMRA, the Pakistan Electronic Media Regulatory Authority. Since back in 2002, its job has been to oversee the entire private media landscape. That means every single TV and radio channel in the country that isn't already owned by the state, it falls under PEMRA's watch. And as you can see from its official mandate, PEMRA has to do this really delicate balancing act. It's supposed to help private media grow, but at the same time it's regulating their content and standards. The ultimate goals, they say, are to improve the quality of information and give the Pakistani public more and better media choices. And beyond PEMRA, you've also got the Press Council of Pakistan. This is another key piece of the puzzle. It's an independent body, and its main focus is on upholding ethical standards and good practices across the entire media industry. So when you put it all together, the broadcasting, the news gathering, the regulation, you start to see the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in its true role. It's like the central nervous system for all state communication. You know, it's interesting. The ministry's own website calls itself the Gateway to Pakistan, which is actually pretty fitting. It really does act as the official bridge, the main information channel that connects the public to all three pillars of the state: the parliament, the government, and the judiciary.
All of this leaves us with a really big question for the modern age. I mean, in a world of social media, instant news, and information coming from everywhere, what is the future for a powerful, centralized information ministry? That's definitely something we're thinking about. Thanks for joining us.